Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you think all the best board games are already on your radar, think again. Today we're diving into a treasure trove of hidden gems that will elevate your game nights to the next level. Imagine unearthing a game that not only sparks joy, but also ignites fierce competition among friends and family. These 5 board games may not be household names, but they are packed with unique mechanics, stunning artwork, and endless fun. So grab your snacks, gather your friends, and let's uncover these hidden gems that are just waiting to be discovered. To kick things off, let's dive into our first hidden gem, Evergreen. Evergreen is a family board game featuring commodity speculation mechanics. Designed by the acclaimed game designer duo, Wolfgang Kramer and Michael Kiesling. Initially published by Goldschieber Spiele in 1999, with artwork by Franz Vohwinkel. The game was later picked up by Rio Grande Games for an English release the same year. It accommodates 2 to 6 players and takes around 20 minutes to play. In Evergreen, players take on the role of concert organizers, using their influence cards to obligate artists to appear at their concerts. The amount an organizer earns for a concert depends on how many artists perform and their popularity. If an artist has a hit record at the time of the concert, even more money can be earned. Each player must organize 3 concerts and participate in a final concert by managing influence cards wisely. A player can earn more than the others and win the game. Let me start by saying that Evergreen is seriously and criminally underrated. Keep in mind that this game came out in the same year that the game designer duo released Tikal, one of my all-time favorite games. So Evergreen was either compared with Tikal or was completely overshadowed by Tikal's overwhelming success. Evergreen is a family filler board game while Tikal is a strategy Euro game, so you have to compare apples to apples here. The negative reviews for Evergreen didn't help either. Evergreen is not for every player, just like any other game. There is no one game that fits everyone's preference. In Evergreen, the game uses a 1-minute sand timer for each player's turn, so each player will have to pre-plan their moves in this style of gameplay. The records will probably constantly shifting around the table as players battle it out in a tug-of-war style to secure the valuable high-scoring records by playing their influence cards. The gameplay is very dynamic and tactical, and on your turn, you can't shake the feeling of being rushed by the sand timer. It's essential to pre-plan your moves and remain engaged throughout the game to monitor record shifts and strategize when to manipulate the influence cards for maximum scoring potential. Evergreen is a thinky game, so players who like to take their time on their turns might not enjoy this aspect, which is another reason it wasn't very well received. This game is also not for players who dislike mean games. It can get quite cutthroat, especially when someone disrupts your tableau of influence cards. Lastly, the game shines best at 4 players, but also works well with 5 or 6, though it may become chaotic with the inclusion of high-valued influence cards. I would only play this game at 4 to 6 player count, and not at 2 or 3 player count. This was yet another issue revolving around the negative reception about this game. The gameplay is wild and chaotic, with records constantly shifting. Players must keep an eye on all the cards being played to find the right moment to use their perfect influence cards. Evergreen is a fantastic filler game that I truly enjoy, always bringing fun to the table for players who appreciate this style of board game. The artwork in the game is fantastic, very vibrant and eye-catching. The illustrations by Franz Vohwinkel are superb, and the iconography is well designed, making the game accessible for both left-handed and right-handed players, as well as colorblind players. The components used were varied. The cards are of standard quality but shuffle nicely and feel good in hand. The records are visually appealing and function well, making them easy to assemble and use. The sand timer is standard, though mine has aged a bit and sometimes needs a gentle nudge to get going. The game box includes a basic graphic insert that looks nice, and all components fit snugly back in the box, even with sleeved cards. In summary, Evergreen is a charming and engaging family board game that masterfully combines tactical decision-making with dynamic and ever-changing gameplay experience. Its vibrant artwork and thoughtful design make it accessible to a wide audience. While it may not appeal to everyone, especially those who prefer slower-paced games or dislike competitive interactions, its fast-paced nature and strategic depth offer an exciting challenge for players who embrace a more cutthroat environment. With its unique mechanics and the thrill of managing influence over artists, Evergreen stands out as a delightful filler game that constantly brings fun to the table. Whether you're looking to introduce new players to the genre or seeking a lively game night with friends, Evergreen is a title worth exploring. Its underrated status is a mystery, and it deserves more recognition for the enjoyment it brings to the board gaming enthusiasts. If you appreciate tactical gameplay with a touch of chaos, Evergreen is sure to be a hit in your collection. Next up, we have Viva Pamplona.
Hello friends, and welcome to Viva Pamplona, where the excitement of the running of the bulls and the Fiesta di San Fermin comes alive every July. Are you ready to test your courage and skill as you race alongside a charging bull? Viva Pamplona is a family and racing board game with dice rolling and roll and move mechanics. The game is designed and illustrated by the renowned game designer Wolfgang Kramer and was published by FX Schmidt in 1992. It can be played by 2 to 6 players and takes around 45 minutes to play. In this game, players become brave mozos, racing alongside a charging bull down the streets of Pamplona. The thrill lies in running as close to the bull as possible before veering away, demonstrating courage and earning respect from fellow players. The goal of the game is to collect the most courage points by strategically placing your runners throughout the game. The player who can balance risk and reward while navigating the challenges will emerge victorious. So who will earn the title of the bravest mozo? Enjoy the festivities and may the best runner triumph. Viva Pamplona is a super fun family game that will keep everyone on the edge of their seats. The gameplay is incredibly entertaining, combining excitement with a dash of strategy. This engaging board game, designed by the renowned game designer Wolfgang Kramer and published by FX Schmidt in 1992, can be played by 2 to 6 players and typically takes around 45 minutes to complete. The mechanics are straightforward, featuring dice rolling and roll and move elements that make it easy for players of all ages to jump in. What makes Viva Pamplona truly special is its dynamic and sometimes chaotic gameplay, especially during the Toro card draws. Players have ample opportunities to interact with one another. Whether it's through clever strategies or playable sabotage, the brawling aspect adds a layer of fun, allowing players to push each other's pawns around the board, creating thrilling moments of competition. While there is strategy involved in trying to score the most points, the randomness of dice rolls and card draws means that plans can change in an instant. This unpredictability keeps the game fresh and exciting every time you play. The components are standard for a game from its era, but the artwork is absolutely delightful. It brings the festive spirit of the running of the bulls and the Fiesta di San Fermin to life, creating a vibrant atmosphere that makes you feel like you're right in the heart of Pamplona. One of the standout features of Viva Pamplona is its unique theme. Not many board games capture the essence of this iconic event, and it's refreshing to see such creativity. Players truly embody the role of brave mozos, racing alongside a charging bull, while trying to demonstrate their courage and outpace their opponents. So are you ready to test your courage and skills as you race alongside a charging bull? Who will claim the title of the bravest mozo? Enjoy the festivities and may the best runner triumph. This game is a hidden gem and a fantastic choice for family game night, ensuring hours of fun and laughter. So long live Pamplona!
The next hidden gem on our list is Volut. Today we're looking at Volut. This is an economic board game designed by the acclaimed game designer Stefan Dora and beautifully illustrated by Wilfried Gebhard. Published by ASS Altenburger Spielkarten, this game accommodates 3 to 5 players. and typically lasts about 30 minutes. In Volut, players assume the roles of pub owners, striving to maximize their income from guests. Each player manages a small board representing their pub, while competing to attract customers. Players can choose between placing furnishing tiles, drawing customer cards, or collecting payments via billing cards. Customers come in 3 types, each with a different cash value. Yellow customers yield 10 DM, red customers yield 20 DM, and blue customers yield 30 DM. The game introduces clever mechanics for customer management, where players can move customers between their pubs or from other players' pubs, strategically maximizing profits. The game concludes once the action or billing cards are exhausted, and the player with the highest earnings is crowned the Konig Pub King. Volut is a delightful gem in the world of board games that quickly captured my attention and kept me engaged from start to finish. The blend of strategy, competition, and a touch of luck makes for a thrilling experience that I genuinely enjoyed. The gameplay is dynamic and engaging, with a cutthroat atmosphere that intensifies, especially when players skillfully use their action cards at just the right moment. One of the key strategies I found was to avoid jumping into the lead too early. Doing so often makes you a target for multiple action cards, leading to excruciating losses. The game encourages careful planning, as all furnishing tiles are displayed face up on each player's pub board. This transparency allows everyone to anticipate potential moves, so staying focused and strategic is vital for making the best decisions. The constant movement of customers between pubs adds an exciting layer of unpredictability. Players must be ready to collect payments or deal with deadbeats, making it worthwhile to keep those deadbeat action cards handy. For anyone who enjoys games like Marrakesh, Goldbra, or Das Litz Paradis, Volut will likely resonate with you. In terms of components, the game holds its ground with fairly standard offerings for its era, but the customer pawns are a standout feature, looking unique and charming. The artwork truly elevates the experience. Wilfried Gebhardt's illustrations are vibrant and lively, making the entire game visually appealing and fun. Overall, Volut is a fantastic title by the acclaimed game designer Stefan Dora. After playing nearly all of his games, I can confidently say this one ranks in my top 10 favorites of his designs. It's a game filled with strategy and enjoyment, and I highly recommend it to anyone looking for a lively and competitive board game experience. Moving on to our next pick, Fantastics. Step aside, Mario Party, and hello, Reiner Knizia Party. Fantastics is an engaging family board game that combines action, dexterity, and trivia through pattern building mechanics. Designed by the renowned game designer Reiner Knizia, beautifully illustrated by Hami, and published by Mandu Games. The game accommodates 2 to 6 players and typically lasts around 20 minutes. The main goal of Fantastics is to achieve a bingo by aligning 4 bingo tokens in a row on your bingo board. Players compete in various activities drawn from a deck of activity cards, and the first player to successfully complete the challenge and place their token wins the round. Fantastics is a wonderfully fun family board game that truly stands out. The artwork is vibrant and well illustrated, bringing the game to life with eye-catching designs that enhance the overall experience. Each component is thoughtfully crafted, making the game visually appealing and ensuring it catches the eye on any game table. While the artwork shines, I did notice that some of the components are somewhat thin. This may not detract from the enjoyment, but it's worth mentioning for those who prefer sturdier materials. That said, I absolutely love the wooden sticks included in the game. They feel great to handle and add a tactile element that enhances the gameplay, making the activities even more enjoyable. The gameplay itself is engaging and dynamic, with a variety of activities that keep players excited and involved. The inclusion of numerous activity cards adds to the game's replayability, allowing for fresh experiences each time you play. I particularly enjoyed the diverse activities included. Each one is unique and offers something different for players to tackle. My favorite activity was definitely Create It.
I loved recreating the pictures I received and watching as my fellow players tried to guess what I had built. The excitement and anticipation during these rounds were a highlight of the game. However, I did find that the number and knowledge quiz could be challenging, not just for children, but for adults as well. Some of the questions reminded me of the difficulty level found in Brain Quest cards from back in the day. While you can opt to remove these activities if desired, they do add an interesting challenge. Even adults might struggle with some of these questions, so removing them could make the game more accessible for younger players. That said, leaving them in can lead to some memorable moments and laughter. Overall, Fantastics is incredibly engaging and a lot of fun. While some activities might pose a challenge, they also bring plenty of laughter and joy to the table. I highly recommend this game for anyone looking for a fun time with family and friends. Finally, we have a real treat with Kabuki Tricks. The stage is set, the actors are ready, let the games begin. Kabuki Tricks is a trick-taking card game with hand management and predictive bid mechanics. The game is designed and illustrated by Geoffrey Chia. The game is published by Good Spirit Games and can be played by 2 to 5 players. In this game, players become producers of a kabuki performance, where success hinges on the arrangement of actor cards and winning tricks. Each round begins with the dealer distributing a joker and 7 random cards from 4 actor suits. The dealer then organizes the actor cards, establishing their importance and determining whether high or low cards will prevail. As the game progresses, players must follow suit while strategically using their jokers to place bets on the number of tricks they aim to win. After 7 tricks, players score points based on tricks captured, successful bids, and matching cards. The player with the highest total score at the end of the game wins. Experience the vibrant world of Kabuki Tricks and put your strategic prowess to the test. The theme of Kabuki Tricks is fantastic. I love the unique concept of each player stepping into the shoes of a producer for a Kabuki performance. It adds a delightful layer of creativity and excitement to the gameplay, making every round feel like a theatrical production. The artwork in Kabuki Tricks is simply amazing. The illustrations are gorgeous and truly pop, bringing the game to life visually. Each card is beautifully designed, enhancing the overall experience and immersing players in the vibrant world of Kabuki. The game features standard components that feel well crafted. The cards have a nice texture and weight, which adds to the tactile enjoyment of play. I also appreciated the inclusion of score sheets, making it easy to keep track of points throughout the game. The gameplay is awesome, it's dynamic and highly engaging, with plenty of strategic depth. I particularly love the addition of the Joker card, which allows players to perform predictive bids. The flexibility to manipulate the high-low card by flipping it to change the strength of values adds an exciting twist. Additionally, the ability to swap the positions of 2 adjacent actor cards is a feature I really enjoyed. The game is fast-paced, easy to learn, and simple to teach, making it a great choice for both new and experienced players. While the 2-player variant is enjoyable, I prefer playing with 3 to 5 players for a more interactive experience. Overall, I have thoroughly enjoyed playing Kabuki Tricks. It's an awesome game that combines strategic elements with a unique theme, beautiful artwork, and engaging gameplay. This game is very cool and truly stands out in the card game genre. I highly recommend it to anyone looking for a fun and dynamic card game experience. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed exploring these hidden gem board games with me. If you're eager to learn how to play any of these games, be sure to check out my tutorials, available right here on the channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more board game content. Until next time, happy gaming!